So a nice practical application question with parabolic reflectors now. Remember, this is a parabola, so that must mean I can develop a formula for it. Perfect. Okay, let's look at what we have here. We have a physics student trying to construct a parabolic reflector to collect the bone-crunching sounds during a school football game. He found on an old sledding saucer, 50 centimeters across. Okay, so here's our sledding saucer. We know that from here to here is 50 centimeters. Okay, we know that it's 15 centimeters deep. From here to here, 15 centimeters deep. Perfect. Okay, and attach the recording equipment to it. Describe the region that students will be able to cover with the auditory dish. Okay, first thing I would do, automatically put this on an XY axis. There we go. And it doesn't matter where you put this on. If you want to go back to chapter 4. We did a similar question to this, and we put the axis in 3 different places. It doesn't matter where you put the axis. The only thing that's going to change is your vertex. Look at your vertex here. There's my vertex. If you think about it, it's halfway there. So it's going to be 25, 0. I chose that because I like the 0. I really like the 0. Then I also notice something else. I've got a point over here, which if you think about it is 0, 15, because the sled is 15 centimeters high. Then over here, I've got another point, which is 50, 15. Now, I'm going to use all 3 of these points to solve my equation. Very, very similar to what we had in the past. Y equals to A, x minus p squared plus q. Put the values in. I'm going to use this, and of course, I'm going to use this for my p and q, this for my x and y. All right, here we go. My y is 15. My a, I don't know. My x is 0 minus p, which is 25, squared, plus q, which of course is going to be 0. How pretty is that? Now, I'm going to do a little bit of math here. Okay, here we go. 15 equals to a 0 minus 25 is minus 25 squared plus 0. Who cares? Okay, finding out the minus 25 squared, of course, is going to be 625a equaling to 15. So divide each side by 625 by 625. I'm going to put that in my calculator here, and I'm going to come up with a beautiful fraction. So it was 15 divided by 625. I want to fract this. Fraction it. There it is. And I get 3 over 125. So this becomes an a value of 3 over 125. That's my a value. Great. What's the parabola? Remember, I want the bone crunching sounds is going to happen out here, but I want anything greater than this. But remember, I'm going to have a restricted domain here too. My domain is going to be from 0, x, all the way up to, guess what? 50. That's my restricted domain. So I'm actually going to be out in that direction beyond my restricted domain. So how am I going to write this? I want my y to be greater than, can I be equal to? No, because you're bouncing off the reflector. So it's not including the reflector. So this actually should be a dotted line. So greater than 3 over 125 x minus 25 squared, and don't forget the plus 0, we won't include it. There's my equation for this beautiful little bone crunching sound effects dish.